If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm home. I was just so far from here, focused on my own way.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's the locker room breakdown time. It's Monday. Woo!
Woo!
I just blew everybody's eardrums out doing that shit. Bulkster, buddy, pal, how's your week been, my friend?
Could be better. Like I said, I'm having some medical issues. I'm getting addressed and should get the fine. I should have another procedure this Friday that will hopefully
Clear everything up.
clear everything up and it'll come back negative of cancer. Don't want to have cancer. No cancer.
No, you don't want to have the big C, dude.
No.
At least not that big C.
Doctor is pretty much doesn't think it is.
Yeah. I get where that's going. I had that issue, but in my sinus cavity.
All our male audiences out there, if you're 45, please go get your colonoscopy. I was scared to have it done, but they put you to sleep. You don't know nothing about it, but they said if I would have waited maybe a year or two,
It might have.
it most likely because of how big it was, how big of it is. It's flat. Apparently, they get larger.
Yeah, I had the same thing you have. I had in my sinus cavity on this side, and I got to keep getting checked because the one had some irregular cells in it, so I keep getting checked to make sure they're not coming back. But yeah, the one I had in my sinus cavity was about that long, and when they filled it up with like fluid to see how big it really was, it was that big around, like the size of a R-Toonie, probably a quarter, 2 quarters in your country.
Yeah, they
Hey,
took out.
how's it going? Thank you for showing up, sweetheart. Appreciate it. So let's get this ball rolling, my friend, because we have some stuff to cover. Now, for our review, I'm just going to let everybody know we're going to not talk a whole lot about the review because, listen, that show was dynamite. Okay? It was on par. Because I want to discuss some of the things that are going on the show coming up tonight. And one thing that happened last week on the show. So we'll get her going here like a dirty shirt. Again, welcome everybody. I'm Bubba Duke. That guy over here, over there, that's Tyree the Bulkster, my American friend. Hold on here. That yelling at the beginning really effed my throat up. All right, first off, we had CM Punk talking about what happened in the Elimination Chamber. How did you feel about this segment?
That promo was on par. I was so psyched. He comes in there in his truck and gets out, and you could tell he means business. He comes out there all pissed. He doesn't do any of his things. He goes out there, gets on the table, starts going and asking the people, "Who do you want me to talk about? Who would we start?" Pat McAfee's just like, "Final boss."
Yeah,
Final
he's screaming
boss.
at him. Final boss.
I mean, I don't think he's. I mean, I think it was all not. I don't think it was like a skit, like as in like, hey, you have this plan to talk about. I mean, he's supposed to probably talk about Seth Rollins, maybe bring up Cena, but not really say anything. But
Yeah,
he went with it, and he just went with what was on top of his head. Man, I tell you what, that promo and the fans were behind every bit of it.
Oh,
It was excellent. And that battle, oh my gosh, the fight between him and Seth.
Oh, that went on for half the freaking show. Like, Jesus. But no, I agree that it wasn't scripted, but he was given, this is what you need to touch on, or at least, hey, tell us your feelings without making it too much of a pipe bomb. you know, um, I agree. The bringing up um, John Cena and the final boss and how John Cena got to where he was bullshit. That kind of thing. It was cool. Pardon me. Sorry about that, y'all. um,
Excellent.
yeah, it was worth watching. CM Punk, hand the guy a mic and go, have fun. Don't even tell him. Tell him to go out there and cut a promo on whatever. Pardon me. He's gonna rock it. Like, it's gonna be awesome, and you know it.
Yes. It made me want. I didn't know I want to have CM Punk versus. I mean, I initially thought we was going to get CM Punk Seth at Mania, which it's still too short away. We still could. I mean, I know they will be talking about later. They have a match set up, but I mean, I'm excited for this confrontation with them again.
Dude, the animosity that these two have against each other, at least Seth Rollins against Punk, because I don't think Punk really gives two shits. Really?
I think he just is mad because it cost him his match.
That's the only reason he's mad, is because he cost him his chance at headlining WrestleMania. I think that's the only reason he's mad at Seth Rollins, which is fine. It works. The next match we had, World Heavyweight Champion Gunther defeated Otis in a non-title match. Let's make sure we all know it's a non-title match. It's playing right now as we're talking. This did not hurt Gunther, and it didn't hurt Otis. It made Otis look really good, actually, because he put on one hell of a performance.
Man. Fans are behind Otis. They just need to pull the trigger on him to go for some title, and the fans would be behind him. Especially if they put a decent story behind it.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be the world's greatest story for Otis, because I feel he could take, and pardon the words I'm going to use, but a piece of shit and make it look like gold at this point. And the fans would believe that he's holding a piece of gold, not a piece of shit.
And I would love to, and this would become full circle. You know how they do long-term storytelling? I would love it at some point, maybe Chad Gable wins a title of some kind, and eventually Otis comes back around and gets a title shot against him and
takes the title.
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome story work for the future.
Yes, I'm not going to I'm not disagreeing with you at all. The next match we had was, and these women absolutely ripped the house down with this match. Lyra Valkyria defeated Ivy Nile to retain her women's Intercontinental Championship. Give me your feelings really quick, and I'll give you mine.
Like I said, I like what Ivy Nile's doing.
Yeah.
I would like her to get a title. She will eventually. I do know they are trying to probably build this IC title up to be prestigious, so they just don't want to just pass this title around so quickly. So have Lyra have a pretty big run.
Okay.
If something happens where, we might see, I would see that right now they're really focused on Dakota Kai and Ivy Nile.
Yeah, that's true.
Bringing Buddy in, maybe they'll have another tournament of such, or maybe a battle royal to see who the number one contender is, or if maybe we'll go to a triple threat between the three, because
I hear you.
Something of that nature. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next. Hopefully, it isn't to see if. Hopefully, we find out more about the IC title and what its direction is.
Soon. Yeah. Tonight, next week, in between now and WrestleMania, would be nice to know what they want to do with this title. I agree with you. Lyra's doing a very good job of, number one, holding this title, making it look good. She really is. And as far as defending it, she's defended it and every time she's defended it, we were never sure if she was going to retain. Because honestly, in my opinion on this match, I thought Ivy Nile was going to take it.
Lyra sells so good. You can't tell if she's really
Right.
injured or
Yeah. And it's
You
not
know?
even the selling part. It's the fact that these women, I find, have really picked up on their storytelling ability.
Mhm.
It's not, oh, we're just going in here and trying not to F things up. We're going in here with confidence now because we have legitimately been showing up the men's division night after night after night.
Yeah, the close pinfalls are really nice when it's
Oh,
like,
dude, they've
oh,
been
right after this, we'll do a pinfall. Oh no, kick out. Okay.
like there was, and you can go back and watch the footage of just us watching it. You can tell when there's a close pinfall because I literally just about jump out of my chair because I'm so sold on the women's product right now. And this match again stole the show for me 100%. After this match, we had Ludwig Kaiser address Penta. Again,
Came
just
out.
building the Penta character, building Ludwig Kaiser. Not that he needs a whole lot of building, but they're just kind of elevating his character this ever so slightly, just keeping him, got the momentum. Now they had a
Fueling
fatal
this
3-way
feud.
before. Go ahead.
It's fueling this feud that we're having.
And
Instead of
it's-
being a one and done or two and done, we can extend it out further.
And the best part is it's not just Ludwig Kaiser and Penta. There's 3 guys involved in this because I know his name's not Butch,
But
but I love
He
saying
does.
it because it drives him nuts. But it's 3 guys right now they have entwined in this story, but it's not because it's the mid card, we'll call it. Okay.
Mhm.
So you got your IC champion, you got these 3 guys, plus you got a whole roster of mid card, I call them mid card guys that are literally stepping up and taking what belongs to them and not just accepting that they're mid card. They're always performing over and above, giving us this authentic story of I don't like this guy because why is he getting the push and it's not me?
Mhm.
Well, and then the other guy's going, no, forget both yous. It's me. I should be getting. So now we got this great storytelling again, which,
They're fighting for their spot.
hey, if you don't want to put up, then shut up and get out. Really. And I feel if you're not elevating your game or at least trying to elevate your game at this point in the way WWE is going, you're going to get left behind. Like this train is full open and we have 6 coal cars behind us and we're just shoveling the coal to the fuel to the fire and we're going. Like keep up. So after this whole address that they had, little shenanigans did happen, but they broke it up. Now we did have an insane tag team title match. We had the War Raiders taking on the Creed brothers. Now, the War Raiders did retain. Okay, keywords there. They retained, but it was barely.
And it was by disqualification too.
Yes.
And it wasn't marked on there when I
That's okay.
But yeah, they used the title belt to attack whoever. One of those brothers used it and got caught red-handed. It was just like we ain't going to get beat like this again.
No,
So-
exactly. Yeah, they said no. They didn't know. But again, here's another good match.
Yeah.
That if people have a minute, go back and watch it because it's literally, if you're not sitting on the edge of your seat watching this, then I don't think you need to be watching wrestling because it was 1 minute after another of not knowing who's going to win. I honestly thought the Creed brothers had it at one point because they had both War Raiders down.
Yeah.
So again, the Creed brothers is that tag team that's slowly making their presence noticed. Like you're noticing them now. You're seeing some potential in them. It's when is WWE going to pull the trigger on them?
Yeah.
I honestly, I'll say it now. It's going to be very soon. Whether it's just after WrestleMania or like SummerSlam ish, in there, I think that's when you're going to see these two gentlemen get their flowers.
I hope so. I hope we get like a really powerful alpha. Well, no, it's American made like leading the charge.
And here's the thing. Why not? These two young men have one of the, I would consider one of the best mentors in the business right now in Chad Gable. So I don't know how you feel about that, but I mean, if I had Chad Gable as my coach, I would be picking his brain every minute of every day, taking that information and putting it into practice. But speaking of Chad Gable, we had a little mini video thing of Chad Gable being in Mexico, looking for a gentleman. It doesn't tell us his name. It doesn't show us a picture. But he finds said gentleman, and he has to pay the guy for his information, obviously. Nothing's free. So he gets a box, and we never know, and we don't know what's in said box. We had speculated. I speculated that it was a Lucha Underground mask. Because if you want to learn true Lucha, you got to learn everything about it. And part of it is the mask and why we wear the mask. So
Now,
I think that's what it is.
I don't know if you knew this, and I just looked it up because I seen some tidbits, and I just looked it up. Okay, because I was just flipping through the Netflix.
Okay.
And one of the is the part with the thing, and the meat market that he walks by.
Okay.
Los Hermanos. I looked at in English, the brothers. Wonder if that's something to do with Ray Phoenix. And
so there you go. Does it have something to do with Ray Phoenix coming? Is Ray Phoenix the trainer?
That would be kind of cool because someone said that. They said, "Oh, that's like maybe an Easter egg."
It very well could be, dude. We don't know. That's the thing. You got to really pay attention to this stuff now because Triple H has hidden meaning in everything, which is brilliant. So our last match that we had of the night, again, this is a Women's World Championship match with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky.
Oh man, that match.
Now here's the plot twist that I did not see coming. Io Sky defeated Rhea Ripley for that title. Really, just how does it make you feel that, number one, Rhea lost and Io has the title now? What's your feelings?
I like it. I am like totally over the moon. Like no one had that on their card that Rhea was going to lose, and now everybody's like, "Oh, it's going to be a triple threat." But not necessarily. We don't know what they're going to do. We don't know what WWE's thinking. Yes, there's a good chance it could be a triple threat, but if they keep to the standard one-on-one, we're going to see Io versus Bianca Belair. If Rhea gets interjected anyhow, does that mean? Because typically, if she is a baby face, she wouldn't want to do anything that would, because she lost fair and square. I mean, I guess she can say that Bianca distracted her, but it was her own fault. She took her eye off the ball for that 1 second to acknowledge Bianca. And I say, unless Rhea decides to turn heel, like to interject herself into this ultimate heel, I don't see her entering the match unless
I don't.
She maybe challenges Bianca for a for your shot. Let me fight you. Fight me for your. If you're not scared of me, let me fight you for your WrestleMania shot. And something will happen in that match where it's a draw. So then they'll both be put in the main event. But either way, I liked it. I think it was a big surprise for everybody. Io is incredible at what she does, and
She definitely.
so yeah, I'm solely stoked on that. People might not like it, but let them tell the story how they want it to. If it's going to be a triple threat mania, if it's going to be 1-on-1, and then give Rhea something else that maybe they have something else cooking behind the scenes that we don't know about. Who
But
knows?
that being said, here's the thing: Rhea did a post-match interview kind of thing, like a little. It wasn't really an interview; it was just kind of her, kind of venting that she screwed up, and maybe it's time for her to have her eyes on something else other than this championship right now,
Yeah,
to define who is Rhea without a title. So she could be moving brands. Who knows?
maybe
Oh, pardon me.
we'll find out. Maybe it's personal. Maybe her and shoot her husband.
Yes.
Shoot from
I'm not going to say his name.
can't think of his
Yeah.
name, but maybe they're planning on maybe having a baby. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe it's just a deception to get
Yeah,
eyes off of her for right now, and then her go, no, 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 that's my title. I want my title back. That's my baby. Who knows? Again, time will tell. All that being said, my friend, really quick before we get into what's going to happen tonight, I'm just going to play a little video for everybody that everything that happens here on Turnbuckle Studios.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we got total non-stop action with Brace for Impact at 8 p.m. Friday we game again with Unleashed, the Jessica Wilde story at 7 p.m. Following the game, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
There you go, y'all. That's everything we do here every week. Same bat time, same bat channels. Yeah, I just got the championship match going right now from the end of Raw last week. Because I'm like, talking about it, I'm like, I want to watch that thing. Because these women were epic. Pardon me. All right. Well, let's have a little bit of fun with this tonight, man. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 segments that we know of.
Yep.
So just to let everybody know, there could be a whole lot more happening than what we have been told. So I can't wait. First and foremost, and I think this is the main event, to be honest.
So
We got CM Punk and Seth Rollins in a steel cage. How does Bulkster see this going?
man, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Could there be some shenanigans? But I'm thinking, who would? No one's really going to interject in this match unless Roman Reigns comes
Drew
out.
McIntyre. I know he's SmackDown, but what if he's just pissed enough?
But I
Because of
think
what
they
happened?
already have plans with him with Damian Priest. I actually think them two are in a thing. So I don't know if they'll.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I don't know if they'll complicate the intertwining of the story with that.
Okay.
This might just be a big match, and I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. That's why I'm so excited because you don't know. I don't even want to pick who's going to win because
Flip a
does
coin,
this
right?
continue? Does this continue on to Mania? Because they still need to have something to do at Mania. So does the match just fall apart or something? I can't. Instead of steel cage, it's usually the final finale. It's like
Right.
how do you go on after Hell? I mean, the only thing left after that's a Hell in a Cell.
I mean, literally, like
I just
start
can't.
on cages.
But I can't think of them having a Hell in the Cell at Mania because I'm not sure if it's going to be an open.
Well, they always have a cover over top of the ring, right? Because of
Yeah,
well, number one, what if it rains?
true.
You know,
So I mean,
blah
I'm
blah
not
blah.
sure if a cell can fit up there. So I don't even know what their
I don't think that would happen at a WrestleMania,
yeah.
to be honest.
So
Unless
yeah,
they could have guys come out, put the cage
put
together, and
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited for the match. I'm excited to see what happens.
this is that's the one match in the whole night that it's like literally could go either way. Now, if you want to talk about history with these two, the last match they had, Punk won it. So if you want to do the story properly and you're doing like a best out of three kind of thing, Rollins has to win this one.
Yeah,
And if Rollins doesn't win this one, the third match is going to be like, how do you go from a cage to like, there's got to be some kind of stipulation on that. Like, last man standing, like, how, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to go totally absurd with this shit.
I mean,
Because
who knows? Maybe the match never even gets started or happens. I don't know.
cage collapses, like, who knows? Like, something crazy, like, this cage is going to get stuck and it's not
Like
going to come down.
they didn't even make it into the cage before they start beating each other backstage or something, and it's
Yeah.
just so chaotic that they have to. He has to
Something-
cancel the match. He has to do something different.
Something astronomical, the crazy is going to happen for this to make a third match. Like you were saying, like it's someone's going to interfere backstage or someone's going to like who knows? Maybe freaking John Cena takes them both out.
Yeah, who
Like
knows?
who knows? I'm
Final
at
boss
the
comes.
point where pardon me?
The final boss comes.
Whatever. You know what I mean? Like whatever. Something super crazy needs to happen so this can continue and then both say like listen, like winner take all, bullshit stops after this. It's done after this match.
Yeah, I mean,
I
they're
mean,
gonna have to be separated from shows. Have to be separate.
yeah, that's what's gonna have to happen, yeah. But then you can't move CM Punk because, well, McIntyre's over on SmackDown.
Yeah, true. He's already moved one
Seth
person over.
freaking Rollins because he's your guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be either way, dude. Shenanigans will be happening tonight. One way or the other, things are gonna get real. The next match I want to talk about is Jey Uso versus Grayson Waller. Damn,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that guy wrestle in a hot minute.
Yeah, like I'm not even exactly sure what confrontation they had.
It
to have
yeah.
that match.
What
They-
what started? Why are these two guys having a match? Is it just a kind of a filler thing for Jey Uso to be in the ring for
Well, I
Gunther to
guess-
come out and mess with them?
Well, I mean, I guess Gunther's been fighting, at Tozawa and Otis, so they're giving, and those are random matches. So here's Jay versus Grayson, and maybe he'll have maybe Jay versus Austin Theory. I don't know.
But
And maybe it's not about Jay. Maybe it's about Grayson Waller and Austin Theory and having them, have some friction.
they've been having a lot of friction lately.
You're looking at this like, what? This match don't make no sense. Well, maybe it's not about Jay. Is to get Jay out there because he's a fan favorite. He's gonna bring butts and seats. but we're gonna be mainly telling the story about Grayson Waller and Austin
Yeah,
Theory, their
yeah,
breakup.
because Austin is a huge Jey Uso fan, so maybe that's why Grayson Waller is just like, I'm just gonna beat this guy and show you he's not as good as you think he is. But it ends up turning around on him, and he loses
Yeah.
because Jay's just you know way above him, and as far as talent's concerned.
Yeah.
I'm picking Jay to win it, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Who do you pick to win that?
I think Jay will win, but I think it'll have some interference with Austin Theory.
Okay.
That either will not go as planned, and it'll be an accident, but Grayson, he'll blame it on Austin. Austin will blame it on Grayson,
And
type thing.
you think they're really trying to split those two guys up?
I don't know. I mean, it could actually all boil up and end up being a WrestleMania match against them two. I mean, you never know. Or
mean-
they've been doing slow building of this, and then they made fun of it, but they still
they're poking fun, but they're still doing it. Like, really, dudes, like, let's just
it's like best friends that can, they get at each other's throats, but they're always best friends.
they're always best. Yeah, they're always there for each other no matter what. That's like the saying "blood's thicker than water" kind of thing.
Yeah.
I might be feuding with like my brother, but don't you start on my brother, because I'm the only one that's allowed. So yeah, it becomes that big whole scenario. I can poke fun at you, you can poke fun at me, but as soon as somebody pokes fun at either one of us, we just kind of, you team back up and you kill that person. I think that's what's going to end up happening. The next match I want to talk about, one of the most phenomenal wrestlers today, pun intended, AJ Styles, is going to call out. I can't even say his name. Logan Paul.
He's humble.
He's-
Very humble.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I think
Dog I don't
that's
have is
what
more
we're gonna
humble.
see it. I think that's what we're gonna see at Mania. I think AJ
No, he's
is.
calling him out tonight for a match.
Oh, he's gonna call him out, but I think the
Tonight.
match ain't gonna happen till Mania. It might happen tonight, but I
The
think
way
they'll have
I
to
understood
rematch
it was he's calling him out tonight for
Oh,
the match tonight. But again, bro, you could be right. I could have misunderstood, which wouldn't be the first time. So
I'd be
we're gonna
looking
play
forward
it
to
that he's
either.
calling him out for a match at Mania. That's how you want to play that,
Either. I mean,
or
it is
even
Madison
next
Square
week.
Garden. It is Madison Square Garden, so it could be tonight or it could be Mania. I mean, I think Logan's gonna be there. I think he'll come
Logan
out.
has to be there. He's full time now.
He will run his jaws like he does. Tease that he's gonna get in the ring and say, "No, I'm too good for you guys." And then, Pierce will say, "No, you're gonna fade at Mania, blah blah blah." Or you
Or
got so
next
many
week.
pair, or next week, or
Yeah,
um,
something's gonna happen there. Because you and I both know, unless the big boss says you got to fight, he ain't fighting.
you know.
But that'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
I hope AJ just takes the kid to school and not gonna fold under the pressure of, oh, he's a superstar, we pay him up. No, forget it. He's not the phenomenal one.
And we still got one more match, right?
I know. I'm
Sure. I
delaying.
do have a couple of things to add before we do the matches.
Okay. Well, you
also-
add what you need to add, and then we'll do the last match.
They added that it's nothing really major, that we will be getting appearances by Cody Rhodes tonight on Raw and Io Sky. So
Hell
both
yeah.
Io Sky will be there, just her championship win, of course. And Cody is going to be there probably too,
Talk shit about The Rock and John Cena.
all that stuff. And that could be another, if Cody's going to be there, who knows? That could cause some issues in that cage match that we was talking about earlier.
He very well could. I mean, I don't see Cody getting involved in anything right now because he's still, supporting that giant goose egg on his face and the blowing eardrum he got from that idiot that shouldn't even have been in the ring. Yeah. Again, personal opinion.
The slap heard around the world.
Yeah.
Man, he walloped him good.
Well, I don't know if
And
you've heard the repercussions from that.
There was no repercussions. The Rock
I mean,
even
what?
laughed about it during the press
Yeah,
conference.
well, a certain individual, part of a certain team has said if Cody doesn't get repercussions for it, like get revenge for that,
Yeah.
that the gentleman better hope that he doesn't see him on the street because he will get justice for it. He
Yeah, I
even
haven't
said
heard
he should never have been in the ring. And if he was in the ring, he should have been told not to touch talent because you were not trained to do so. He went right off on him on his own podcast. Like right off on the guy.
I know, but he told him. The Rock told him to.
Yeah, and The Rock is part of that whole get your shit straightened back out because that's not supposed to be happening in professional wrestling.
He at the press conference he laughed and
I
said,
know
"Oh
he laughed and
man."
said, well, I told him to get him some.
I told him to make it count, and Cody told him, "Yeah, smack me as hard as you can."
But not in the fucking ear.
Well, hey, well, I know John Cena seemed like he was. I think there was a little bit of a during that little thing where John Cena had his legs pinned.
Yeah.
Then Travis was picking up.
Supposed to grab
Cody,
his other ones.
was picking him up and actually bringing him up toward John, and John was like, "No," like, and had to push him back down. Like, "No, you're gonna hurt him.
Yep.
Keep him down," because I think he wanted to raise him up and slap him standing up, and John was like, but I think it was like going to be too much twerk on his back, so he's like he over pushed Travis and said, "No, just keep him down." So that's why he switched and slapped him from down there. So that was kind of like miscommunication. Like Travis probably thought he was supposed to smack him face to face like this, but it was kind of different. And they were like, so it was on the fly. They didn't practice it.
No,
it was like, here, slap somebody when their face is on the ground. It's kind of hard not to miss the ear. So I think it's a little combination of all three. Didn't know what the heck they were doing. They were just playing it by ear. And Travis, the only thing he knew is like, I'm supposed to slap this guy. Okay, I'll slap him like now.
Yeah. The final match we have coming up tonight is two of the greatest luchadors going right now. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus the New Day in a tornado tag team match.
Yes.
How do you see this one going?
Like I said, we've always been kind of bored with the thing, but LWO did a pretty decent promo this last week. Like they were in a different setting. It wasn't just like backstage. It seemed like they had a little bit more different aura about them. I don't know if they've been working on their promos.
A little bit.
Good luck if they have. They both got a little bit more to say. Yeah, this should be really good. Tornado tag. You just mean there's basically no tags. You just basically go at it and first pin to win.
Yeah.
So it is possible to have. I don't see if we're having shenanigans if New Day doesn't. Now, I would love what I've heard on the interwebs is Odyssey Jones has been cleared of all his charges. That's why he got let go before, because they had word that he was domestic abuse or domestic something or other.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Apparently that stuff's been cleared. And he made some random comment saying, "Hey, if they ever want me to come back, I mean, I have no hard feelings. I understand they had to protect their brand."
Well, yeah, they got to
came out like that. He goes, "I have no hard feelings. So if they ever wanted me to come back, that I wouldn't have no problem. I'd love to. I I thought
I
Odyssey Jones was great. I think he'd make a great heel. If he came back to help the freaking New Day as a heel, they'd be unstoppable.
I don't see it happening for a little while, but I get what you're saying. It would be epic. It would
And
be
this would be a
great,
perfect time to bring him back if that's the case, because no rules.
right? Who do you think's going to win this match, though?
If there's no shenanigans on the New Day part, my Bulkster Spidey sense is false. LOWO is going to win.
Yeah,
If Bulkster's correct and we see some shenanigans by Odyssey Jones, somehow it makes an appearance, it helps the New Day. They can bring out the whole NWO and Odyssey will just eat them for breakfast.
right.
But that's wishful for the Bulkster.
Very wishful. Yeah, I'm just I want to see Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio get a win. To be honest, I get the LWO thing's been going on for a minute, and I get why they're doing it in honor of Eddie Guerrero, and just having him still around in the industry would be nice. But at some point, you just got to accept that it's not working. Nobody really cares about it. I get there's a lot of Latin people that are fans and they really like this idea, but you're not getting anywhere with it. You're not a big faction. You're not, doing stuff like the NWO did back in the day. You're not interrupting matches because, it's about you and not the two people that are out there. It's just, at some point, figure it out that it just needs to kind of fade away for a little while, and then bring it back for special events like a WrestleMania or, like a SummerSlam, and say, hey, there's a bunch of Latin people on the card. We're all going to join forces to win for the Latin people and bring back out the LWO product for a night. But they need a win. They need a huge win. They need to start getting that ball rolling for the LWO. I hope they do. It'd be nice. But again, I don't book the card at all.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to talk about as far as any of these matches we have going on tonight?
No, I think we cut it pretty cut and dry. They didn't give us a lot of matches time or stuff. I think they're keeping a lot of stuff close to the cuff, or maybe not really know what they're doing. Yeah,
No, I think they have a plan. They always have. It's Triple H. He always knows what is what. But I find that we're getting very much back to kayfabe times where everything that they have planned, like returns and things like that, very close to the chest, not telling us that people are like, Alexa Bliss, look at her return. Nobody even had that thought that she was coming back yet. So
this made me laugh after you saying that. I said, I want to, like I said, everybody knows I'm not the biggest fan of AEW. And they had their pay-per-view this last Sunday.
Yes, yesterday.
They were doing interviews. They're another doing advertisements for that new women's wrestling movie.
Yes, Queen of the Ring. Yes.
Yeah, they had some actresses there, people that are in the movie, and they were just kind of like front row when they were talking. And this, I don't know which actress it was, but Tony Schiavone was interviewing, asking him, she's like, yeah, I learned a lot from the wrestlers. On live TV goes, I heard you wrestlers know the outcome of the match before the match has even started. I'm like, oh my gosh. It is hitting, like, everybody knows, even Triple H announced it on, through
they know, but
the way she said it on live TV in an interview, just like, oh man, I learned so many interesting things. This is the fun thing. She said that's not what she said. What did she say, Chris? Because I heard it, and it's pretty much she broke kayfabe. She said that you guys that they know the results before they happen on pay-per-view, and we all know I mean, but it's just funny that the way she, brought it up. Undertaker would have been there to chokeslam her. Just-
Mm.
And I'm glad Chris is coming there. He was waiting for somebody to slip up and say something that wasn't accurate.
Commander Data. he's my guy. So speaking of WWE and TV shows, here's what she said. She said, go ahead there.
She said, direction to the wrestlers. You're the winners. It's in no way.
Oh,
I don't
you're
think
the
we're
winners.
I don't.
You might be talking about something completely different.
You might be talking about something different.
It is what it is. Have you seen the new show LFG on A&E?
I'm only able to watch the first episode because I don't have A&E.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. So I seen a video clip last week of Bully Ray going after this one individual that's on the show, and he was on a previous show and made it to this one. But the kid is such an arrogant prick, and I don't think he realizes how arrogant he really is. And if he does, I want to beat the shit out of the kid. But yeah, Bully Ray went after the kid.
Or anybody else does.
Yeah,
Hey.
let's go play that. I got
Alright.
you. Yeah, we can't. Let's copyright shit. We can't play that. But I know what you're talking about.
It's not copyright.
Yeah, YouTube is picky about that shit, dude. Yeah, oh yeah, dude. I played a bit on here from somebody else, and they blocked my.
Well, when we go off here, don't run away real quick. I'm gonna play it for you because I'm gonna play it for Mr. Best here.
We're gonna jump. I gotta jump into the Raw Patrol, so I can get you over there, and we can do it real quick, if you wanted. But we do need to go to the Raw Patrol, ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghouls. Anybody that is watching on our YouTubes, go check out Turnbuckle_Studios, where the Raw Patrol will be being shown. Anybody that's on my Twitch, the Twitch will be getting shut down real quick. And then as soon as the Raw Patrol starts, it will be turning back on. But if you really want to watch it really closely and enjoy all of us, the YouTube is probably the best place, I would say. Again, it's Turnbuckle_Studios. Check us out there. Again, I'm going to give you a quick video play here for everybody to show you what's going on throughout the week here on Turnbuckle Studios, and then I'm going to just kick it right over to the outro, and then we're going to both jump over to Turnbuckle's Raw Patrol. So enjoy this quick little counter.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we got total non-stop action with Brace for Impact at 8 p.m. Friday we game again with Unleashed, the Jessica Wilde story at 7 p.m. Following the game, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.